Hello, good evening, and welcome to JoyNews Prime with me, Carlos Caloni. We are live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV 125, or social media platforms at JoyNews on TV and around the world on myjoyonline.com. Coming up, over 20 homes touched in Gumyoko in the Upper East region as residents fear that the situation may escalate. Also, Imani Africa president demands that Gold Bar CEO Sami Jemfi answers for the dollars he doled out in self-styled evangelist Mama Pat. And on Mother's Day, it was an emotional moment as Gifty Auntie Foundation and friends facilitate the discharge of 21 new mothers on Mother's Day at the Tama General Hospital. And in business, prices of some food stuff and products to be reduced from next week as a result of city's record appreciation against US dollar. These and many more coming up here in the next 30 minutes. Please stay with us. Now, at least 20 houses were burned last night by unknown assailants in the Gumyoko community in the Binduri district of the Upper East region in what is believed to be a spillover of the long-standing chieftaincy conflict in neighboring Bawku. According to JoyNews security sources, some other houses were touched 3 days ago, bringing the total number to more than 20. JoyNews' Upper East regional correspondent Albert Sorry has details.
Is that this Gumyoko community it has homes which have been deserted by the residents because for the last 1 month or so, they had become targets of attacks in the Binduri district. And so a lot of them have had to flee from their homes to other places where they will feel safer. And so these houses that have been torched at the time that this incident happened did not have people living in them. What we know also is that about a few days ago, some of them were trying to come back to the homes, but they didn't feel safe enough. So what they had been doing was that the military asked them to always come in the evenings to spend the night close to the military base in Binduri. And so when this happens, their homes become empty. And so the assailants may have taken advantage of this to set the houses on fire. The military base, which is, dealing with the Bawku incident, is situated in Bazwa, which is also in the Binduri district. And so you have a situation where you constantly get military patrols, you have police patrols in the town as well. But as far as Gumyoko itself is concerned, some of the residents have raised concerns that it appears, despite the fact that people don't live there, there hasn't been much security presence in the area because this attack happened during curfew hours when people should have been indoors. And so a lot of people are asking questions as to how the security could have allowed this to happen. To happen on their blind side. But what I can tell you is that there's security in the Binduri district itself generally.
Meanwhile, a security analyst, Dr. Victor Doke, says the development is worrying, especially as efforts are underway by the Otumfo Mediation Committee to address the conflict.
I think it sends a very, very worrying message in that you have a mediation going on and expecting that the two sides who are cooperating will send a message of peace and even various updates with regards to happenings in the mediation to the youths in the town there. But for this to happen, it means all is not well. There is something that either sides, the youth from either side may not have agreed to. from what they have been updated with concerning the happenings in the mediation. That is what would lead these youths to go on such a tangent. But it's very, very, very worrying. How do we go on from here? Do we expect that the committee, the Bawku Peace Committee, be roped in with regards to the mediations also, so that whilst the chief, the king, is dealing with leaders or representatives of the two factions, the committee would also take upon itself and then extensively engage the grassroots, the youth at the grassroots level, with regards to calming down until the substantive recommendations are put in place and a roadmap is put in place for implementers to, roll out.
Away from that, Imani Africa President Franklin Kojo has called on Gold Ball CEO Sammy Gyamfi to publicly account for an unspecified amount of US dollars handed over to self-styled evangelist Mama Pat. The demand comes amid intense public scrutiny over the source of the money given out by Mr. Gyamfi. In a video that has since gone viral, Mama Pat flouted the note in front of camera, spewing out the words, quote, "Who say woman no day?" And of course, there's more in the following report.
In the video, which has since gone viral, Sammy Gyamfi is first seen posing for a photo with Mama Pat, also known as Nana Agrada, and then proceeds to shake hands with a man standing next to them, then gets into his car. Mr. Gyamfi is shortly seen counting an undisclosed amount of dollar notes, giving her a portion. Mama Pat, standing by the door, asks for the whole sum in his hand, saying, "What will happen if you give the whole amount to me?" She proceeded to snatch the notes, including the sum he wanted to keep. Sammy Gyamfi's car drove off after that. Agrada, visibly excited, left saying, "I've been able to take dollars from Sammy Gyamfi, who say woman no day," as the others followed, attempting to get some favors, saying, "Mommy, we are here. Mommy, let's share." This video has attracted varied reactions, especially from social media, condemning the actions of the Goodbot CEO. President of Imani Africa, Franklin Kojo, described the incident difficult as he believes that the amount involved exceeded the 20,000 Ghana cedis threshold the president tagged for gifts. He demands that Sammy Gyamfi provide some answers to Ghanaians and the president, John Mahama. Following the backlash, Sammy Gyamfi apologized to party foot soldiers, describing the money as a kind gesture and a lifelong custom of lending a helping hand to people in need. He, however, insists that his view of public office as a privilege to serve society, solve problems, and help others has not changed.
Now, the Asokore Mampong confirms Ben Abdallah Al-Hassan as MC despite strong opposition. The president nominee for the municipal chief executive for Asokore Mampong was confirmed by the assembly members on Saturday. Ben Abdallah Al-Hassan secured 94% of total ballot cast. It comes after controversies arose following nomination of the candidate, which resulted in the suspension of some party members. Nana Yaojima sat through the process and filed the following report.
Asokore Municipal Assembly has functioned for over a year without a presiding member. Before the confirmation, the Assembly had to elect a presiding member in the person of Mohammed L.A. Jara. Ben Abdallah Al-Hassan was able to secure 17 out of the 18 votes, representing 94.4%. In his acceptance speech, Ben Abdallah Al-Hassan indicated his willingness to discharge his duties within the dictates of the law.
It is my pledge and honor that I will act and work the role of the municipal chief executive, bearing in mind the dictates of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, the Local Governance Act, Act 936 as amended by 940 of 2017, as well as the model standing orders. To His Excellency, the President of the Republic, I'm enormously thankful to you.
The Member of Parliament, Muntaka Mubarak, who was present at the event, expressed gratitude to the stakeholders in ensuring the MC was duly confirmed.
Having said it, I want to urge all of us to know that our politics came to meet us. But before the politics came, we were brothers and sisters. We are community members. Let's focus on getting our communities developed more than any other thing. I know it's very difficult sometimes, and I understand. And I pray that this solidarity that we've seen in the vote will not just stay here, but you will let it follow through the whole of this mandate.
Meanwhile, the presiding member for the Asomoro Municipality, Mohammed L.A. Jara, spoke of the need for all assembly members to extend support to the MCE. For JoyNews, Nanaya Ojima, Kumasi.
Well, it was an emotional Mother's Day for 21 new mothers at the Tema General Hospital as veteran broadcaster and women's advocate Ohenere Gifty Auntie surprised them by clearing their medical bills and facilitating their discharge. In a total, over 51,000 Ghana cedi was paid to settle the outstanding bills of the mothers, many of whom had been unable to leave the hospital due to financial constraints. The gesture, spearheaded by the Auntie Gifty Foundation, was part of efforts to celebrate and honor mothers facing hardship on the special day. There's more in the following report.
The Auntie Foundation's intervention came at a crucial time for many of the women, some of whom were stranded after childbirth for over 2 weeks due to their inability to settle their hospital bills. The 21 beneficiaries included a woman who, after searching for a child for 17 years, tragically died due to complications following a cesarean section. Her bills were fully covered by the foundation, offering her family some relief during their time of grief.
We've done our bit. We just want to say thank you for keeping faith with us. My message, once again, happy Mother's Day, respect mothers, love your mothers, appreciate them. But as always, Tema Regional Hospital has a lot of needs. And Mrs. Christina Nyantechi, has something to say.
Okay. Auntie Gifty and team, thank you very much.
Auntie Gifty,
yes, Auntie Gifty. Auntie Gifty, Auntie and team, your Gifty Auntie Foundation. Thank you very much. We are grateful for what you've done for us today. And you were also here on Monday. We told you a lot about our clients, those who don't even have money to pay their bills and the rest. Today you come to our aid, paying about 51,000 to Tema General Hospital. So on behalf of Tema General Hospital management and staff, we say a big thank you to you.
Beyond the medical support, the initiative touched the lives of over 100 women across the gynecology, labor, post-CS and post-delivery wards. A total of 85 new mothers received gift packages to celebrate the arrival of their babies, while 20 women were presented with new clothes to support them through their postpartum period. Ohenere Gifty Auntie, known for her fierce advocacy for women's rights and well-being, described the outreach as deeply personal and has called for more support, especially from men.
Story about a woman who says that every child that she has, she can tell what she was going through when she had that child. So somehow it reflects in the life of that child. Please be nice to your mothers. Be nice to yourself as a mother. Men, be nice to your wives. Be nice to your wives. Because going through delivery, it's a crossroad between life and death. So if she came, she may not be able to tell you everything, but she's here. Tomorrow, be nice. So we are going to pay. She keeps adding more lessons.
The foundation's effort was supported by the Mishem Foundation, Danchimiriku RTW, Dede Classics, and other individual donors whose contributions helped amplify the impact of the outreach. 5 more women will be discharged soon after the receipt of extra cash donations from donors. Semefa Pesu and Emefa Ellis report for Joy News.
Well, at the 37 military hospital here in Accra, 25 new mothers were discharged after donors stepped in to pay off their debt ranging from 2,000 to over 40,000 Ghana cedis. There's more in the following report.
Overwhelming joy filled the maternity ward of the 37 military hospital after 25 women had their unpaid medical bills cleared as a Mother's Day gesture by Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority. For 26-year-old Mariam Issa, the moment was joyful. She had spent over 4 months confined after delivering, burdened by a staggering 40,000 CD bill. Iris Ampofo-Barnes, a representative of the Sigma Gamma, said the donation is a wake-up call to take maternal health care costs seriously and ensure no woman is held hostage by childbirth.
On this Mother's Day, we just wanted to do something special. We wanted to, honor our mothers and allow them to be released and go home and spend this wonderful day with their kids. So the donation, we decided that we wanted to do something special. So traditionally in Ghana, when a mother gives birth, one of the things that they get is a piece of cloth. So we, as a symbolism to carrying their child in their back, so we decided to give each mother, we had 25 mothers, 22 mothers representing the year of our my sorority, which is 1922, and then 3 representing the founders of Phi Beta Sigma. So we decided to give 25 6 yards or 6 pieces of cloth to each mother as our gift. We also decided to clear their medical debt of the mothers that had just given birth from Friday to today, to clear their medical debt so they can be released. So we're working on that right now. We're going into the insurance office to clear that bill out.
Detaining mothers over unpaid medical bills is very common. Healthcare advocates are calling for a policy to change the situation. Sigma Gamma believes maternal health care must be fully covered by the National Health Insurance Scheme and the law must protect new mothers from detention. For Joy News, Stephen Mensah.
Meanwhile, President John Dramani Mahama has pledged to prioritize policies that uplift mothers, women and families as part of a renewed national commitment to ensure that every mother and child has opportunity to thrive. In a heartfelt Mother's Day message, President Mahama acknowledged the resilience of mothers who, despite numerous challenges, continue to build better futures for their children and communities. His words were contained in a statement issued a while ago. His Vice President, Nana Opoku-Agyeman, in her message as well acknowledged and honored the crucial role that women play in building the foundation of families and communities. She expressed gratitude to mothers, grandmothers, caregivers, and mother figures for their strength, love, and everyday sacrifices. And his wife, the First Lady, she underscored that maternal and child health care remains a cause close to her heart. She stated that efforts are ongoing to improve health care facilities by providing fully equipped maternity and children's wards in hospitals, ensuring that mothers receive the best care during pregnancy and childbirth. Well, in a time when the world feels increasingly divided by politics, poverty, and polarization, Rotary International President-elect Mario Cesar Martins de Camargo is calling on Rotarians to be the glue that holds it together. During his first official visit to Ghana, the incoming global leader urged members of Rotary to deepen their commitment to peace, compassion, and service, reminding them that now, no more than ever, the world needs people of purpose, people of action. There's more in the following report.
In a world increasingly divided by politics, conflict, and inequality, Rotary is championing a universal language, service, believing that Rotary International is uniquely positioned to bridge the growing gaps.
Rotary knows no boundaries. We have no political affiliation, we have no religious affiliation. We talk to all politicians, we talk to all religions, we talk to all races, to all colors.
For Rotary International President-elect Mario Cesar Martins de Camargo, neutrality isn't just a position, it's a power. One that allows Rotary to unite people across ideologies, faiths, and borders, especially in fractured times.
I'm not familiar with the political environment, but I see the political environment in a lot of countries are growing more and more divided. Issues that should unite us are dividing us. We tend to look at the other perspectives with tolerance, with a good eye, with a positive input. It's not a personal battle, personal dispute. It's not a motive for aggression, for conflict. And that's the reason I adopted Unite for Good.
RIPE Mario is on a brief visit to Ghana before assuming the presidency on July 1st, 2025. He made a call to action to Rotarians: grow stronger, grow together.
First, to make the Rotarians in Africa aware that we should increase our numbers of volunteers. And the second purpose is to bring the concept of partnership.
But for him, service is more than a strategy. It's a sacred duty.
Rotary will only be good when it exercises a purpose outside of itself. When we look around us and we see need, people who are handicapped, people who are illiterate, people who are poor, people who are sick, people who are addicted, that's the kind of people we look after.
Rotary Zone 22 Director Daniel Tenassi stressed the need for change, especially by bringing more young people into the clubs.
We are doing good membership, not only regarding the numbers, but regarding the age of our Rotarians. But Rotary is not about the numbers, and is not about our heads or our thinking so much. It's not about the money we have in the pocket, but mostly it's about our hearts.
And Rotary needs more than people. It needs resources. To that end, Rotary District 9104 set an ambitious goal: raise 1 million Ghana cedis through a nationwide raffle. Florence Mami Hagan is the district's governor.
We didn't quite hit the mark, but the enthusiasm grew as the days for the raffle drew close.
But the story didn't end there. Sometimes fate smiles right on time.
It was audited, everything went well, and to my joy, amazement, and I feel that it was for the best, the well-deserving person. A Rotarian and a member of my team won the raffle.
In a fast-changing and divided world, Rotary stands firm, guided by purpose, service, and unity. From Accra to Sao Paulo, one thing is clear: by serving others, you help keep the world together. For JoyNews, Michael Ashale.
Well, you're still watching JoyNews Prime with me, Carlos Caloni. We have a lot more after this break. Please stay. Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. Now, in business, prices of some food, staff, and products should be going down from next week. This will affect imported products and other items brought in by members of the food and Beverage Association, which includes beverage manufacturers, importers, firms in the food chain industry, and transporters. The review has been influenced by savings made by members when it comes to the cedi's record appreciation against the dollar for the first quarter of this year. Samuel Agri is the executive secretary of the association.
Reduced by 7%.
Their prices by 7%. That's at the wholesale level.
At the wholesale level.
It means that give it or take it. When are we going to see that impact on the market?
We should see it within now and next week, at least.
See some reduction.
We should see it, but then the production side, the local side, is what is going to take time. Because if you look at most of the commodities on the market, and most of them too don't have some of their products in place because of one or two reasons. Now that the city is trying to gain strength, maybe that is where they might be able to put certain things in place and make sure that.
Well, so beginning tomorrow, you should begin to see some price drops when you go to the market. That's all we have time for here on JoyNews Prime. You can log on to myjoyonline.com for more stories. My name is Carlos Caloni. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good evening.